Hello students, in Unit 8 we are going to learn about electricity for a comfortable life. In this lesson we are going to study about electricity for day-to-day life, generating electricity, preparation of circuits, conductors and insulators, electronic appliances, and conservation of electricity and prevention of accidents. In this video, I am going to explain about first two topics. Electricity for day-to-day life. Before I start this topic, imagine how your grandparents used to cook their food, to wash their clothes. It's simply like this. They use firewood to cook their food, and they use their hands to wash their clothes, and they use kerosene lamp when studying. But imagine how do we do these works nowadays? We use a rice cooker to cook, and we use a washing machine to wash our clothes, and we use a table lamp when studying. So, these electrical appliances have made our day-to-day activities easier than before. Here, they use electricity. Apart from these, electricity is also used in several other appliances. Here I have included some commonly used electrical appliances in our home. Washing machine, electric kettle, television, microwave, computer, hair dryer, electric fan, vacuum cleaner, refrigerator. Other than these home appliances, some vehicles, some machines in factories, they also use electricity. Okay, now let's see how this electricity is generated. People use different ways to generate electricity. Let's find out some of those simple ways of generating electricity. Okay, now I'm going to ask you all a question. How does the wall clock get electricity to operate? Imagine using batteries or dry cells. Okay, here is a solar power calculator. It gets electricity using solar cells. And a fan. How does the fan get electricity? From household electricity or from the power plants. Okay, imagine if there is no electricity in an area, how do they light a bulb there? Yes, they can use a bicycle dynamo to light a bulb. Here I have included some commonly used methods to generate electricity. A bicycle dynamo. a solar cell. Dry cells. Similarly, there are several ways to generate electricity. Let's generate electricity using a lime fruit. Activity 8.1. You need a musical birthday card, piece of copper sheet, piece of zinc sheet, a lime and a galvanometer. This is a copper sheet. This is a zinc sheet. And here is a galvanometer. First, you have to fix the copper sheet and the zinc sheet to the lime fruit. Then you have to remove the circuit in the birthday card carefully and remove the battery of the circuit. After that, you have to connect the copper sheet to the negative terminal and the zinc sheet to the positive terminal of the battery. Now, you will observe a music. That circuit will produce the music. So here, the lime fruit generate the electricity required for the music birthday card. Now, remove the birthday card and fix the galvanometer and observe the deflection. After a few minutes, a galvanometer will show a deflection. Now we'll see how it is done. First, you have to take the zinc rod and a copper rod, then make the lemon little juicy by rolling it on. Then fix the copper rod and the zinc rod. Now connect it to the galvanometer and it will show a reading. Now take a calculator and slowly remove its battery. Here they use a calculator instead of a music birthday card. Then fix the lime battery in place of its own battery. Now you can see the calculator display is on. What is a galvanometer? Galvanometer is a sensitive device and it is used to identify and measure small current in the laboratory. If there is a current, the needle of this galvanometer will show a deflection on either sides. Let's generate electricity using a coil of wire. Activity 8.2. For this activity, you will need insulating copper wire, bar magnet, and a galvanometer. First, you have to wind the insulated copper wire and make a coil. Then you have to scratch the ends of the coil and make it clean. After that, you have to fix the ends of the coil to the galvanometer. Now you have to move the bar magnet inside the coil and observe the indicator of the galvanometer. You will observe a deflection of the indicator. Here it is clearly shown how it is done. You can see when the bar magnet is moved, the galvanometer's indicator shows a deflection. The conclusion of this activity is the electric current is generated by moving a magnet inside a coil of wire. Using a bulb method, electricity is generated in bicycle dynamo, generators, hydropower stations, and wind power station. They use the same method explained in Activity 8.2 to generate electricity. Let's make a small hydropower station. Activity 8.3. You need a small electric motor, a cork, yogurt spoons, empty pen tube, small bulb or LED. First of all, you have to prepare the setup using the motor, cork, yogurt spoons and empty tube. Then, using a wire, connect the motor to the galvanometer. After that, you have to hold this turbine to the running tap water. After a few minutes, you will observe a deflection on this galvanometer's indicator. Then, you can remove this galvanometer and fix an LED bulb. When you hold the turbine under the tap, after some time, you will see that LED will emit light. Now, let's remove this turbine and fix a wind propeller instead of it and hold the setup towards the wind, and you will observe the same LED light will emit light when the wind propeller rotates. Here, the motor operates as a simple dynamo. For that, it gets energy from running water or blowing wind. Similarly, the power stations use the same method we did in activity 8.3 to generate electricity in large scale. Power stations. We'll see what are the types of power stations. This is a hydropower station. This is a wind power plant. Hydropower station generate the electricity by rotating the turbine with the help of a stream of water. Wind power plant generate the electricity by rotating a dynamo with the help of wind vane. Here is a coal power plant, and it generates electricity by rotating the turbine using steam. And this is a fuel power plant. It generates electricity by rotating a dynamo using an engine. Location of power stations in Sri Lanka. There are different types of power station in Sri Lanka which we use to generate electricity. Hydropower station is located one in Kothmale, Lakshapana, Victoria, Ranthambore and Randenigala. Wind power stations are located in Hambantota and Putla. Coal power plant is located in Norechole. Fuel power plant is located in Kalanithissa. Apart from these types of power stations, some countries use nuclear power, solar power and sea waves also to generate electricity. Electric cells. What are electric cells? To understand this, we will do the activity 8.4, simple cell. For this, you will need copper sheet, zinc sheet, dilute sulfuric acid, beaker, pieces of wire and a bulb. First of all, you have to make a setup using the copper sheet and zinc sheet immersed inside diluted sulfuric acid. Then connect the zinc sheet and copper sheet to the light bulb. Soon after you connect the wires to the bulb, you will observe that bulb lights up. But the brightness of the bulb will decrease with the time. Air bubbles eliminate from copper sheet. These observations you will get soon after you connect the wire to the bulb. Here, the electricity required to light the bulb is generated from the simple cell made of copper sheet, zinc sheet and diluted sulfuric acid. Here it is a zinc sheet and a copper sheet and sulfuric acid. The sheets are immersed in the sulfuric acid, and soon after it is immersed, you can see that air bubbles are arising from copper sheet and the bulb emits light. Here, this setup acts as a simple cell. However, there are several weaknesses of this simple cell. This cell cannot be used for long term. Here, the zinc sheet dissolves. The liquid inside the beaker will spill out. Therefore, this simple cell is not user friendly. To overcome the weaknesses of the simple cell, various types of cells were invented. One such cell is chemical cell. Chemical cell can be divided into two categories. One is primary cell. Other one is secondary cell. Primary cells cannot be recharged. They can use only one time. Secondary cell can be recharged. They can use for long period. If you see here some examples for primary cells, you may have seen such primary cell in your house. Here are some examples for secondary cells. Lead acid accumulator, mobile phone battery, some torch battery. These cells can be recharged and used for long terms. These are secondary cells. Other type of cell is solar cell. Solar panels are made out of collection of small solar cells. Here, sunlight is used to generate the electricity. When sunlight falls on this solar panel, the electricity is generated. This is the end of electricity part 1. Hope you understood this lesson clearly.